I'm Jamie, aka Scumboy.
I'm Andrew Walsh, aka Bat Phantom.
I'm Kevin, aka Neon Nazgul from the Operation Bug Podcast.
A proud member of the Gonna Geek Network.
Just like the show you're listening to now.
The opinions expressed are those of each individual host.
Check out all the podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
And get ready because geekiness begins in 3,
2,
1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 306 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on April 8th, 2018, over at Geeks.live, the official streaming home of the Gonna Geek Network. We do not have a full house this weekend, but we know that if you are at C2E2 or in the Chicagoland area and you're going to the con today, go find Naki and say hi. She's been there for the past couple days. She'll be there today. That is why she is not with us on the show today. But don't worry, you do have the rest of us, and it sounds like, from pre-show, Willie, you defeated your smoke detector.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that.
The epic battle?
The epic battle has ended. Willie, you were victorious.
Well, I mean, there's a story to that. I forgot completely. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, you're welcome.
So I went and got some 9-volt batteries that day, and yep, I put one in, and it kept beeping after that. I was like, what the ever living flunk is going on here? So I pulled it up, I just unscrewed it. It's still attached to the wiring up top. I was like, what the hell? There's some maybe this writing is going to tell me something. It's like, no, this shit ain't telling me nothing. So I kept finagling with it for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it. Wait, 1 second. What's this say right here? Let me reread this.
It says after
Two
you replace
beeps,
the battery, you
blah, blah,
have to test it.
I did. Trust me, I'd pressed that button and it turned green. But here's the problem. 2 beeps to replace the battery. I was like, okay, well, it's beeping 3 times every minute. If 3 beeps for every minute, replace smoke detector.
Yes, they do have an expiration date.
Bitch. I don't know. It was here when I got into this place.
Well, that's your landlord's responsibility, though, to replace the smoke detector, though. It's probably not yours.
I'm in this place. I'm paying under the table for this place.
Oh, yeah. Well, then it's probably your responsibility, or you just unplug it and call it a day.
I'm living above his garage.
Yeah,
Although
he's
it's
renting.
very nice. It's a very nice apartment. Nice view. Don't have to worry about noise. People complain about noise at all. Oh. But the internet's not the best. And don't have to worry about people robbing. But yeah. Yeah, so I was trying to unplug it. And I was like, this thing is not coming unplugged. Is this supposed to be something? I was trying to figure this out, and I finally just ripped that shit out.
There is a wiring harness on them that generally has pin connectors and stuff. At least the ones in my house.
Yeah, so I finally ripped that piece out. I mean, not ripped it out to break it, but it's finally came out. So, suck it.
It'd be awesome if it started beeping.
Oh, no, it's dead over there. I took the battery. Did I take the battery out? Yeah, I took the battery out.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't kill them.
I had a problem with a carbon monoxide detector I had in my basement that plugged into the wall and had a 9-volt battery backup. Well, once I got my Nest installed down here, or my Nest, not thermostat, but the freaking smoke detector / carbon monoxide thing, I took that 9-volt powered one that's also plugged into the wall. I tossed it out in the garage in my Goodwill box. And fast forward 3 months later, I'm working in the garage. I keep hearing beep. And I'm like, the hell is this? Beep, like every 5 minutes. And I'm going crazy tearing apart my garage trying to figure out if we can see it, what it is rather. And eventually I'm like, wait a second. It's got to be that carbon monoxide detector. So I'm like going through my Goodwill box, like, thank God. And as soon as I yanked that 9-volt battery out, it stopped chiming at me. But it was god-awful annoying. It was driving me nuts.
And here's also another problem, too. Because it's all the way at the ceiling. I don't have a problem reaching the ceiling. Except for one problem. I pulled some muscles in my shoulders. So it's having a hard time lifting above shoulder height.
Oh, there's nothing important up there anyways.
Well,
It's not like you got to wash your hair or anything. You're fine.
It stops me from doing my favorite joke. Or my left arm's good now, but my right arm's still kind of messed up. But my favorite joke of all time is, hey, high five. I raise all the way up. because people are short compared.
So
To
it
me.
stops you from doing an annoying joke. So it's a good thing?
Not to me.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter.
The world isn't round or flat. It's centrifugal to me.
So, Willie, what we've learned here is you've finally hit that age that many of the rest of us have, where you should probably stretch before you do dumb things.
Yep.
Or
Probably stretch before anything.
Or even common things, because I did the same thing at one point in time. Like, I was stretching to try and grab something that I dropped behind the washer, and I got up, I'm like, oh my God, my shoulder, because the way I stretched. And it was like a week later before I could lift my arm to about this point.
Oh, it's getting there. I just need. I probably should get somebody to massage it out because when I pulled my back
catch a
out
plane
last
right
year,
now. I'll be down there in like 3 hours.
I pulled my back out. Good or no, I did something. I pulled a muscle in my back badly. I think because I got really dehydrated mowing my parents' yard, and it was very bad. And let's just say I was on some things, and it didn't help the pain at all. And I was on those things. It didn't help. It made it worse. And so you have all this other stuff going on, and the pain. Like, this is not fun. This is hell.
That's weird.
Just a little bit.
Oh God, yeah. I would not recommend doing the things and then having a pulled muscle in your back. And make sure you're well hydrated when you're sweating your ball sacks out.
Sweating your ball sacks out. You have more than one.
Well, I mean, because it's balls, so it's plural, so it's like 2 coin purses.
But it's one.
They're
I've
cool.
never heard it described as ball sacks. I've always heard it described as a sack.
Well,
Singular.
all right, how about this? Rewind. Let's rewind a second. I'm talking to everyone out there, so your collective ball sacks. How's that? Does that fit you better with your grammatical Nazism, you dick?
That works better.
It does.
Still
That's the thing.
technically
This
right.
has a weird idea what coin purses are.
I mean, who the fuck has a coin purse anymore? I'm not a fucking 85-year-old lady.
I'm guessing people with purses probably have coin purses.
And speaking of old people with
Oh,
coin
no.
purses, stop fucking writing checks at a store, you fucking dicks.
Not
It
everyone
takes
has
too much
credit
fucking
cards.
It takes too much fucking time. I was a cashier at a food line at a grocery store. That was the most annoying thing ever. At least have most of it pre-written out, like, you know, your name, sign, food line. Have all that shit pre-written out at least. All you do is put the amount and and write out the words of the amount.
Doesn't
Jesus.
Food Lion print the checks for them? I know there's grocery stores I've been to in the past where you could sign it, hand it to them, and they run it through their printer, hand it to you to review, and then you're good.
Not when I worked there.
No, I'm sorry.
I stopped working there in 2011. So, yeah, God, and it happens rarely, but it still happens where I work now. And no,
How
of
do you
course,
cope with that then, Willie? How do you cope?
I give them a fucking death stare. Like, are you fucking serious? It's 2018, motherfucker.
What does that death stare do for you?
Yeah, and some of them were born in 1920, so they're going to keep writing checks because they don't trust credit cards.
2 billion people. Check writers and people who don't use turn signals are the first to go.
What if their arm's just broken and they can't hit the turn signal?
If their arm's broken, then they can't fucking write a goddamn check. Then they need to use a goddamn card too.
If their arm's broken, they shouldn't be driving if they can't reach a turn signal.
And plus, what if they drive a manual? If their arm's broken, then they can't drive.
How many people drive a manual in today's world, Willie?
You'd be surprised. Oh, wait. Who here knows how to drive a manual?
Knows how? I do.
Nope.
I've done it. It's been a long time.
And they had to replace the transmission when he was done.
Oh, no. I
did not destroy the last transmission I drove.
I had a lesson a long time ago, but my aunt, she helped me out with that. And then after that, I'd never owned a.
He never owned something, then he froze.
He got pulled over and something that he couldn't drive for some reason. So and so I was like, I guess I can try and drive. We only had to go a little ways, but I was like, sure, and I did perfectly. It was no problem.
Yeah, you don't live in the mountains where having a manual transmission would be hell.
Oh God, no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm good on that.
Yeah. it's not great where I live, considering there's the hill you have to go through to get to my house is an incline probably about like this, and God forbid you get stopped on that hill with your manual transmission, you're fucked.
That's how most of the hills are in Seattle, and watching people with manuals try to navigate traffic is fucking ridiculous.
I'm sure the hipsters all have manual transmissions though, because it's cool.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
I doubt that.
Yeah, you're right. They drive hybrids or
fried
oil.
There's no hybrid that is a manual transmission.
They're gonna modify it so that it is a manual transmission hybrid.
Yeah, but then they have to use effort to learn how to drive a manual.
Oh, hipsters have no problem with effort. They will put in 10 times the effort to do something stupid just to not do what everybody else is doing.
Let me piss off some vegetarian hipsters right quick. This episode is brought to you by, I don't know if you can see this, probably white out. Cookout. Cookout. Fucking delicious. Go eat there.
Oh, I've been rewatching, finally watching all of Key and Peele. So, like, instead of just watching random skits and stuff, like watching the whole thing from front to back, and watching the Luther the Anger Translator after they beat, white bread Mormon dude in the election. I can't think of his name.
Mitt Romney?
Yeah, Romney. So when they were doing the Obama speech after he beat Romney, and fucking they're talking about how he was going after PBS, and then fucking Luther goes, today's speech is brought to you by the letter suck my and the number dick. I laughed so fucking hard at that. I'd never seen that skit when he did that one, and I laughed so fucking hard. I love Luther. That Luther the Anger Translator is one of the greatest things Key and Peele ever came up with.
That's not a letter or a number.
But
I approve.
Oh, it's so good. Brought to you by the letter suck my and the number dick.
And Chris, you can go fuck yourself. Call me a snowflake.
You're a Czech snowflake, man. You're freaking out over it.
Oh, fuck those people.
Did it hurt your delicate sensibilities that someone wrote a check?
Oh my God! Watch hipsters start writing checks now because it's so vintage. God, fuck you, piece of shit.
So, all right. So,
hey, you should just be lucky they don't pay in gold. You have to get out scales.
All right. So, serious moment here. Everyone who's watching or listening to the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast, your mission, if you ever shop somewhere where Willie is and is checking you out, write him a goddamn check, and on the memo line, write because ATGN said so.
Write him a post-dated third-party out-of-state check.
There you go.
And then I'm going to punch you in the fucking face.
Take your camera. Take your camera and be like, snap, and take a photo of him as he looks at the check.
No, video, so that when he gets angry, you can show it to his boss.
Oh yeah. And then you'll have the fist coming right at the camera.
Exactly, and then they can show it to your boss after you punch him.
And that
my boss is probably gonna stand right there. Like, I'll tell them exactly what happened. They fucking wrote a check and they're trying to taunt me with it. What the fuck you want me to do? What are my options?
Hey, Willie, the customer is always right.
No. Let me tell you something. The customer is always an asshole.
Wow, I was gonna say that. You beat
like
me to
hell
it.
right there.
You beat me to it. I was gonna say that. Who says that? That's from something.
Fashionable male in the back of a.
That's right. Ben Affleck always getting
motherfucking
done.
Batman, way back in the day when he was Ass Man.
Da-da-da-da. Ass Man. I'm gonna come up with a song
how
for
things
Ass
change.
Man.
He's still the guy from the Kevin Smith movies, as far as I'm concerned.
So the lesson here is write Willie checks. He loves them. They're his favorite thing ever. If you're buying a pack of gum, write him a check for $1.07, just so that you can get your pack of gum.
And a separate check for the soda.
Come here. You see,
Yeah,
you see this?
I'm right here. Come on. What do you got?
Don't write checks your face can't cash.
My face can cash just fine. It's the moneymaker, man. I can do that.
Wow. So it can be abused and bruised.
This is impressive. Chris's ego is up today. This is impressive.
Dude, my face has taken a beating before. I was a wrestler in high school. Your face gets driven into the mat all the time.
His ego is just as big as his enormous penis now.
Apparently.
That's from the pre-show. Listen to the pre-show, everybody.
Most people probably did. If you want to get the pre-show, well, you should watch the show live when we stream live. Every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at Geeks.live. We do not save the pre-show to post later, so that's your best chance to catch it. Maybe one day we'll start capturing it and putting it up there as exclusive content.
That was my point, Chris.
On our Patreon.
On our Patreon that we've never launched.
Yes! We can launch a Patreon!
Guys, so, I've considered a Patreon before, but I'm not sure I need to be that demoralized with my little hobby here, with our little hobby here.
Hold on a second. Patreon, you can send me a check for Patreon. I'll gladly take that check.
Oh, we didn't have a check level. We need to have a Patreon and a check level where they have to physically mail in a check every month.
Willie, here's your check for 1/10 of 1 cent that you picked up on your Patreon this week.
So you give me a coupon, pretty much, because that's how much coupons are worth.
Yes, it is a coupon, basically, good for 25 cents off a pack of gum that you buy from Willie with a check.
Now, here's a
adds up.
question for you.
It adds
Now,
up.
on the bottom of coupons, it does say 1/100th of a cent. So if I save up a whole lot of coupons, is that like legal tender?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so because they're not marked as legal tender.
That's
I
fair,
think-
but it does
I think
say
it's just something about the way, like actual. Oh,
coupons have to be worth
Yeah, like they have to be
something.
actually worth something to be used as fair trade in a commercial exchange. I think is why they put that on there.
See, we're asking important questions. This is a very educational episode today.
That's right. ATGN. What the fuck is a coupon?
That's this week's episode. WTF is a coupon.
We've had worse titles.
Well, this one's actually censored because we're not actually dropping the F-bomb in the episode title.
God
iTunes loves that,
damn it.
guys.
Fucking
iTunes
iTunes.
absolutely loves it.
Your coupon for this week is 1 free sex hour with Willie. Promise of no broken condom. This guy's creepy. And I can make that promise because I ain't going to wear a
'Cause
condom.
you
You
can't
can't break
use one.
something that ain't there.
Willie, I think you're just stupid.
Thanks, Naki.
Thank you, Naki. We're glad you were here to chime in with that. Good luck with the rest of C2E2.
Yeah, make sure you make her feel bad for not being here.
Or not.
Shut
Tell
your
her-
face hole.
Tell her it's from Willie.
You know she's not going to accept anything from Willie.
She
That's true.
accepted a dinner date a year ago or 2 years ago. We met up and had a fun time.
That you guys did. It was
You say
almost
so.
a year ago because C2E2 was a year ago. Or was that 2 years ago we were there? I don't remember. It all blurs together anymore. And Willie's frozen. So while
Willie said
connection-
2 years ago.
Conference call. Yeah, my internet froze.
Your internet
I'm
froze.
back.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to let Willie's internet recover as we prepare for the news of the week.
Ooh.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
Hey, so it only took us 18 minutes to actually get out of the pre-show junk and get to the news segment, guys. This is
Because we
efficiency.
rock.
Efficiency.
This was. Hey, no, whoa. That was grade A material we were doing, man.
I don't know about grade
It was
A.
material we were doing.
Yeah, we will agree with the part that it was material.
Man.
It was content. Whether or not it was good, that's debatable. But it was content.
That is
you
We
guys
true.
need some confidence.
We did make noise.
That's true. So we are into the news of the week, folks. This is that part of the show where we run down what is, in our minds, the most interesting, geeky, and or nerdy news to have cropped up in the past week. And Anthony, why don't you kick us off?
Oh, right. So first, before we can do my news, we have to tell Willie about the boys. Because Willie don't know about the boys.
Are they lost?
They're back in town.
No. They are not lost. They're not back in town. This is
Aw.
Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson's The Boys, which is one of the few comic books that's been published by two different companies. When it first came out, it was originally published by Wildstorm after they'd been bought by DC. And as the story goes, after the first trade was done, somebody brought it to, what was it? I think it was Dan Levitz at DC and showed them what was in the book. And he said, yeah, no, we're not publishing this book anymore. And so Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson had to take the book over to Dynamite. And the reason he didn't want to publish it is because it's just that violent and gruesome and sadistic and fucking awesome. What The Boys is a world where pretty much everybody with superpowers becomes a celebrity. So like the main, like the Avengers type team in this universe are pretty much owned by a corporation. They have tons of money. They're huge superstars and they walk around basically doing whatever the hell they want because they're all they're damn near immortal. It's a world where
So they're Kardashians.
no, they're actually intelligent.
Well,
These
I'm
people
out.
actually know what they're doing.
Kardashians, I'm out.
But it's a world where, like, a normal human, like, if on a scale of 1 to 10, a normal human is a 1, every person that gets superpowers is a 10. Like, they're automatically faster, stronger, harder to kill. Like, everybody with powers is just super, super strong and can easily kill a normal human. And so, dealing with these heroes that a lot of them have gone overboard, the CIA puts together a team called the Boys. And what the Boys is a bunch of really unique, idiosyncratic, crazy people that all have no problem murdering for the right reason. And they jump them up on this basically blue juice, which the government's realized that everybody with superpowers gets it from this type of chemical. And so they give this CIA hit team this blue juice, so they all become, level 10. They can go toe-to-toe with these superheroes. And pretty much it's just whenever somebody gets out of control, the Boys find them and murder them. And it's a fucking great comic book because it's disgusting. It's over the top violence more than almost anything you've ever seen. One of the quotes on the wiki is that Garth Ennis had said that what he was trying to do with this series was to out Preacher, because he wrote Preacher, and Preacher's insane, and he wanted to make a book that was even more insane, but actually put it in that superhero realm. And one of the really fun things is that when they first started the book back in, so what was it, 06? There was a not well-known actor in England on a little TV show called Space, who Derek Robertson based the main character Wee Huey on. And then later, after Shaun of the Dead came out, everybody realized that Wee Huey in the comic was based on Simon Pegg. But when he was doing the sketches originally, nobody in America knew who the fuck Simon Pegg was. So it's one of those awesome ones where he totally based a character on an actual actor, and then afterwards you can look at it and go, oh yeah, that's exactly who that is. And so you got this extremely bloody, violent graphic show that they're bringing to Amazon.
Hold on one second. Hold on. How do I apply to become one of these said boys? Because I have no problem.
First, you need to have a full career in Black Ops or Special Forces, and then go work for the CIA, and then prove you deserve to get superpowers. So there's lots of involved steps.
You got a lot of prereqs.
Yeah.
But I mean, I agree with everything. I mean, I'm good with everything else than that because I don't have that training. But I mean, I can go in and just tear apart somebody. I can be the tank of the team, just taking all the damage and snap.
Well, start on the Special Forces training and work your way up. But I mean, they made the announcement that Amazon's doing the show, and we've got Seth Rogen and his buddy are shooting the pilot. So we know, the pilot will be fantastic and bloody gruesome because they did Preacher, so they know how to work with Garth Ennis' writing. And they'd done a lot of casting where, what was it? We got Karen Fukuhara from Suicide Squad. We got Laz Alonso, Chase Crawford, Aaron Moriarty, Jesse T. Esther. So a lot of actors, but there hadn't been a big name yet. And so one of the things I was worried about was there wasn't a big name in the cast. Well, they announced this week that Billy Butcher, the leader of the Boys, the actual head CIA hitman who enjoys nothing more than violent murder, has been cast, and he will be played by Carl Urban.
Not Kiefer Sutherland?
No, not Kiefer Sutherland. So yeah, we got Carl Urban's going to do probably the most violent thing he's done since Dredd. And we know that having seen Dredd, he's the type of actor that if a character doesn't take their fucking helmet off, Carl Urban will keep the fucking helmet on. He's willing to go through a movie and not have to show his superstar face. He doesn't feel the need because he'd rather actually play the character. So having an actor of that caliber step into the role of Billy Butcher, this show is going to be fucking amazing. I am so excited for this. The Boys is going to be bloody awesome. Yeah, there it is. Dredd.
Yeah, this is the one that Chris got for me. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, no worries.
The 3D one.
3D, yeah. That was a great movie.
And I watched it in 3D with the VR. Oh, it's so good.
Put it this way, Willie, as violent as Dredd is, that will be like the opening sequence for The Boys. Like, it'll be 10 times more violent. And if they get to it, one of the best things about it is there's they call it, I can't remember if they called it the crossover, but it's how, all the superhero universes, there's always big events, right? Where all the books cross over, and there's giant crossover mega blockbuster events where they're fighting an alien race or a giant war or whatever. They did that in The Boys, but what was it called? Orgy Palooza or something? It had some weird ass name where what it is every time there's a mega event where all the heroes have to go save the universe, It's fake. They put it out on the news and make the population think they're all going to go save the world, and they all go to this island and just have a giant orgy with whores for like a week. It's utterly ridiculous, but goddamn, it's a funny ass book.
So that's why
Once
Willie
again,
wants to be one of the boys.
How do I sign up for this?
Hero-gasm, that's what it is. Yeah, the miniseries was Hero-gasm. So yeah, so they like all the heroes go flying into outer space to go save the universe as far as the general public knows. And what it actually is just a week of drugs and fucking on an island where nobody knows that they're hiding. It's utterly ridiculous. It's super bloody. Yeah, it's going to be like Punisher Warzone, but with everybody having superpowers. Like, I cannot wait for how gruesome this show is going to be.
And this is
it's going to offend so many people.
It's on Amazon, you said?
It's on Amazon. So, yeah, they won't have the restrictions of, like, a primetime television or even cable. Which
that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
And
because this is the type of... I don't believe they have a release date yet. Because, I mean, yeah, they're still casting, so... you know, odds are we'll probably get it sometime next year, maybe early 2020. See, set to subvert the superhero genre a big way come 2019, so supposedly next year. But yeah, I mean, if you're still finishing casting your main characters, like, you know, you're a far way away from release. And yeah, fucking Seth Rogen and his boy, was it Adam whatever? Like those two are motherfucking busy. Like they're doing all sorts of Goldman. That's right. Those guys are doing so much stuff. They're working on Preacher. They're working on the Invincible movie. They're apparently writing, directing, and running fucking The Boys. Like, it's amazingly how cool some of the content is that they're doing. And I love the fact that one of the articles I was reading that basically Seth Rogen was saying he doesn't think that, like, he himself doesn't think that he's like this great director or anything. But the reason he does these projects is because he knows that if somebody else does them, they'll fuck it up. And because he actually does enjoy these comics, he wants to do them right. And having seen Preacher, like, when I first saw their take on Preacher, I thought they had really fucked it up. But after watching the first season, it is a fantastic show. Like, those guys, you can tell they love the story. They're just telling it a little bit differently for television. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to see how they're going to do the same thing with Boys on, what won't be a cable channel, won't be paid television, it'll be Amazon. So, yeah, they won't have the restrictions. So this might be like the closest thing to, you know, something so violent that it would actually earn an X rating if it was by the MPAA. Like, this is something that will have, you know, as many restrictions and warning signs on it as possible when it goes up on Amazon. Because this is going to be a bloody, violent, gruesome show, and it will offend everybody that's possible to be offended.
I'm okay with this.
Oh, so they're going to write checks?
And they're going to write checks.
Those motherfuckers!
Killer writes checks that Willie's ass can't cash.
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm cashing it.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if any of the craziness about The Boys sounds good, you go check it out. The entire series is done. I think it was like 72 issues or something, but the whole thing's finished. It's all collected in trades, and I believe Dynamite collected all of them. I think they got the rights from Wildstorm to do the first 6 issues, so I believe you can get the trades from Dynamite all in one string of trade paperbacks. They haven't done like a giant omnibus yet because I think it would be too big. The series was too long. But yeah, it was a fantastic comic book. Derek Robertson's art is gorgeous and gruesome. Like, there's one point where there's a superhero called A-Train who's literally running through people, and you just have body parts like flying all over. Like, he's turning people into mist. Like, it's unbelievably gruesome and graphic how crazy this comic was.
The problem is it's not that it's too big.
It's that you locked up and paused and did the robot voice again, and we couldn't hear your joke.
I said it's not that it's too big; it's that it's too girthy.
Oh boy!
But that was my news of the week.
Old tuna can.
No. Why? So let's talk about something else that Willie loves besides tuna cans and wanting to be one of the boys, and of course checks. He loves microtransactions in video games. It's one of Willie's favorite things, isn't that right?
Oh, I'll pay for them daily. Give me all those microtransactions, and Chris, suck a damn dick.
And he was also asking me the other day, when do you think Blizzard's going to put a crap load of microtransactions into Overwatch? Because he goes, I want to buy everything they would put in there as a microtransaction. I said, Willie, if you ask them nice enough, maybe they will, because I know he's heartbroken over the fact that they're yanking all the microtransactions out of Middle-earth Shadow of War now.
Why were they even in there in the first place?
'Cause
Microtransactions
EA's
for a completely single-player game.
Because EA is greedy as hell. We've talked about it on this show before. It's been a recurring theme for almost all 306 or 5, however many episodes there are of this show. The EA has been super greedy, and we had concerns there as to what microtransactions would do. Yeah, so they seem to have learned a lesson a little bit now. They're removing all forms of real money purchases from Middle-earth Shadow of War. In order to fully restore the core promise of their Nemesis system, they'll permanently be removing gold war chests and the market from Shadow of War. Something that's been in there for like a year.
Have any of you guys played that?
No, because I didn't want to deal with the microtransactions.
I want to know what the hell those it's a fully single player campaign. Like why is there real money involved with what do you get?
You could buy weapons. You could probably buy storage. I bet you could buy outfit items
too. You could buy specialized orcs. So what they're saying here is chests aren't disappearing from the game. While war chests are being cut, the loot chests remain, but you won't be able to buy them with real money anymore. Also, they have what is called the Shadow Wars mode. They're doing a bunch of changes to that to add new narrative elements and add more cohesive gameplay. But what's going to be interesting there is if you haven't beaten it already, you have to start over from scratch when they put out the updated Shadow Wars stuff.
No,
oh, shit.
It's fucking pieces of shit like this is why they had to ask the stupidest question when they were interviewing the Insomniac for Spider-Man. So are there going to be any microtransactions? They literally said, "What? No."
Well, true.
Why?
That's what you have to ask in today's world, though, because they've got not just EA, all sorts of companies have gotten, and it's a double-edged sword. There are some cases where I have less issue with microtransactions, but pay-to-win schemed microtransactions, those frustrate the hell out of me. And from what I could tell on Shadow of War, you could sink enough money into it, it would unlock enough powerful orcs and things like that to build your army that it became a pay-to-win kind of scheme. I'm okay with microtransactions if it's like, hey, here's a bunch of skin packs or extra or different appearances of guns and stuff that you can get by paying real money. That's fine because that doesn't change the core gameplay of things. But putting microtransactions in that change the core gameplay, that annoys the crap out of me.
It's just wrong.
I understand why they do it, because they can make money off of it, because people will shell out like that.
I mean, if you're going to have it, Overwatch does it right, where it doesn't do anything for the gameplay. It does nothing. It's just cosmetic. If you want it, go for it. That's your own dumbass.
And that's how it should be. That's my personal opinion, because it doesn't change the core gameplay elements. I don't want to be like, well, I'm getting my ass kicked at this game. Let me drop another $20 so I can unlock a bunch of cool equipment and just go online and multiplayer then and just destroy everyone. That's not fun and it's not fair.
No. Let me put in $20 to maybe get something good.
Fair point. So I think it's kind of cool that they're yanking out the pay-to-win elements on this. We've talked about Star Wars Battlefront 2 about 2 weeks ago, where they kind of yanked out a bunch of the pay-to-win aspects of it. We might be starting to see the pendulum swing back, where they're starting to realize these pay-to-win and overly cash grabbish, for lack of a better term, loot boxes and random chances to win, that's not what people want. People don't mind paying for a chance to unlock cool new skins and new weapon appearances and things like that. They're okay with that, but they're not too keen on pay to win. So maybe we'll start to see less and less of that. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool to see that they're revisiting it. Now, granted, the game's been out for almost a year now, so they've already pretty much gotten the bulk of the cash they were going to get out of microtransactions anyways. So the cynic in me is going, well, the game's wrapping up anyways. So, yeah, they can pull that stuff out of there. They're not making tons of sales on Shadow of War anymore, I wager.
And I mean,
and that could become more of their process, is that they launch the game, everything's a microtransaction, and they dial it back to just cosmetic microtransactions, and that could be like their standard 3-tier pricing thing. It's like, we'll get paid up front for the game, then we'll get paid for all the microtransactions, and when people complain that it's pay to win, then we'll drop it down to cosmetic, and we'll only get paid for cosmetic, but they still get paid 3 times.
Yep, it's just being greedy. If I had a nickel for every time I heard, I got to go sell some blood and sperm to pay so I can win at Call of Duty.
You'd have 25 cents.
What? They're not mixed together.
Gross.
Bonus points if you know where that joke's from.
I don't think I want to know where that joke's from.
That's the
You know
bigger
what it's
thing.
from. You just don't remember.
Could be.
Now the trick is to actually start remembering without looking it up.
I did that earlier. Clash it
Now
deep
do it
in
again.
Yes.
I will give you a hint. It's a movie.
Well, duh. Of course, it's a movie.
Everything.
I don't think you'd reference anything else.
Well, video games,
Yeah,
comics,
video games.
TV shows,
TV, yeah.
My Own Life.
Willie's got his fingers firmly on the pulse of pop culture.
I think he has his fingers firmly up his own ass.
Oh, I mean that's where the pulse is.
That's where he
Right,
finds the pulse.
Right after my sphincter.
I like that one, Chris.
I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all.
Oh, we got a Chris face palm. Yay!
Willie's back in action,
it's my
baby.
turn. Willie, I think you're just stupid.
Thank you, Naki. Feel free to go back to C2E2 now. We appreciate your input.
Make sure you give her lots of 8 from the ATGN crew.
We don't hate anyone, though.
So what? I hate a lot of people. Namely, people who don't use turn signals and check riders.
So, like 80% of the population.
It is far too many people.
Well, I mean, I have to lower it down to just 2 billion, which is between 25 and 33% of the population. So there's still going to be a lot of them out there. But they can get punched in the face, too.
Oh, dear. So, when you're not busy punching people in the face, what do you got news-wise for us, Willie?
Well, there was a little announcement about a game coming out.
Is it called Spider-Man?
No, it's not called Spider-Man, but
Oh.
I'm probably going to be ending up talking about that, too.
Oh yeah, we will.
Because it is connected a little bit. Let's see. So about a year ago, who remembers a great game that got remade completely from the bottom up? The whole trilogy came out called Crash Bandicoot.
I do recall that coming out.
Trilogy. Well, they made an announcement that there's going to be another trilogy come out from the PS1 days. Spyro the Dragon.
And it's coming to PS4, Xbox
And
One.
Xbox.
Was it coming to the Switch also?
I don't know if it could even run on the Switch. Not many things can.
Yeah, that's why
I mean,
they're
just look
getting Wolfenstein 2 on it.
Just look at WWE 2K18.
That's just a mess, yeah.
Oh, what? You want more than 2 wrestlers in a ring without slowdown?
Yeah, who'd have thunk? And Spyro the Dragon is PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, yeah, I thought I knew that much. I
There
didn't know
is
if
no
was anything
Switch, is what I was meaning.
else. He ain't going to switch that one out.
Hey-o.
Yeah, but it's going to be the first 3 games are going to be completely remade and updated for the new gen system, the now gen systems. Let's go with that because it's not new gen.
So can
Not
I
even
play
next
it
gen.
on my new Atari console that they're putting out that we don't know a damn thing about?
Well, you just said what consoles it's coming out for, so you tell me, Chris.
God, you gotta work with me and we can rant about the stupidity of the new Atari console. You're not helping me.
I thought I just did.
That's what he's here for, not helping you.
Thank
And
you.
also not helped you at the same time. I helped you and not helped you.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your help.
Anytime, Chris. But yeah, that's all my little announcement. But you know who made the original Spyro games?
People.
Sega?
I believe it was Insomniac.
Oh,
Sega.
yeah.
Who the fuck said Sega?
I said Sega. I don't know.
Old man, get out of here.
No! I don't have to!
And you know what else Insomniac is making?
Video
Ratchet and
games.
Clank.
Spider-Man game.
Ratchet and Clank.
Well, I mean, they already did that. But
Oh,
they're making
Ratchet.
the Spider-Man game.
Hell yeah, they are.
The Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man game.
Peter Spiderman.
Yep, Peter Spiderman. He's Jewish. He'll throw his yarmulke at you. But and I don't know if you guys seen it, but there's a whole lot of news coming out this month about Spider-Man. Apparently, GameStop has an exclusive, or not GameStop, GameSpot. I didn't even know that was still a thing. I thought that website was done.
It still exists,
My
but I
bad.
don't know they sold anything now.
They have an exclusive? What's their
Yeah,
exclusive?
it's all their whole month. They're doing like a Spider-Man thing. Like
Just a
news stuff.
coverage of the game, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, GameSpot, the website.
Yeah, they're still
Okay.
out there.
I know that's different than an exclusive where like they're selling a version of the game that only they're
Oh
selling.
no! They have like a news exclusive for like the month. They're going to releasing like interviews and stuff like that. And they've already put out a bunch of stuff, and they've also talked about like the web swinging, and it looks like it's going to be just fine. It's not going to be shitty.
Yeah, one of the videos on their Twitter where one of the guys from the company was showing this is one of my favorite things to do, and he dives off a building and then flips a web out right before he hits the ground and swings. Like this, the graphics and the physics look like they work really well.
Yeah, it does. It looks gorgeous. I'll be honest.
And there was my favorite thing was they showed, of course, something dumb and stupid is something my favorite is showing you how you fast travel. All it shows is a little scene of Spider-Man swinging to a subway. Walks in and it cuts to black and it cuts to him just on the subway looking at his phone, all in the Spider-Man gear, just with everyone around him sitting on the train.
Nice.
That's kind of
That's
funny,
how you
actually.
Just do. And apparently they are going to explain the new suit, like why it's the white and everything. They're going to explain something about that.
Well, they have
They
to.
haven't said
'cause
what.
It's strange.
They said he does start out when the game starts. He's going to start with his regular Spider-Man outfit, like the black and
With the
red,
classic.
blue. Yeah, the classic.
There's
There's going to be some kind of story to it.
The only thing black in the original costume is the spider. It's
Well,
red.
that's what I meant. Well,
Yeah.
and the webbing.
That's
yeah.
not really black. It's just the lines.
And what color are those lines?
There's no color. They're just the lines.
They're black. You just want to
Black's not
say
Black's not a color.
black colors matter.
No,
Oh, boy.
no, Willie, no.
Oh boy.
But the important thing is, did you see the first alternate costume?
Yes, the Spider Punk.
Fuck yeah, Hobart Brown from Earth 138, the fucking punk Spider-Man with spikes on his head, motherfucking jean jacket, and Chuck Taylors. Like, that's so awesome because he's also underneath the mask. He's a black guy.
And there's also going to be lots of costumes in it. And there's some weird wording in the things I've seen where it says that the pre-order costumes are going to be unlocked in game. Now, I saw that line, I read it, and I still wasn't sure. Does that mean that you have to pre-order it and then you have to unlock them later on in the game, or if you pre-order, you just get them right off the bat and you can unlock them later on, even if you didn't pre-order?
Option
The
2,
wording.
I think.
Yeah, I believe it's option 2.
I hope
the
so.
people who pre-order will get the 3 costumes, which from what I've seen, the Spider
just the
UK one, they've shown it, but the other 2 allegedly is Spider-Man Noir and the black suit.
Well,
Is
they
what
already
the-
shown
the
off
rumors
Spider-Man
are.
Noir. I've already seen a picture of that.
Yeah, they've shown pictures of it, but they haven't actually shown it officially as those being the 3 release ones, but they probably are going to be the pre-order ones. But allegedly, yeah, you would have those at launch if you pre-ordered, but I believe everybody's going to be able to unlock them eventually in the game. Which
And-
after Spider-Verse, like that's one of the best things about this is they can do like 50 different outfits.
They said there's going to be a bunch of costumes, and they're all going to have like you upgradables to it too. So you're going to be upgrading your costumes as you go. Like you're going to need like parts to actually unlock it, and then you're going to upgrade it as well. So this game is going to be fantastic. Chris, when you get a PS4?
I'm probably not, in all honesty, but
September
What?
7th, Chris. You need a PS4.
This isn't even going to make you get one?
it looks cool. But why am I going to buy a console for one game?
Because it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, what's that right beside you?
And behind you.
And all around you?
Stuff.
And Spider-Man. I see a Spider-Man and a Spider-Man and a Spider-Man.
I got 2 consoles plugged into my TV upstairs. There's a Wii in the upstairs guest room. I got too many damn consoles in the house. Why do I need another one?
Well, you can get rid of those ones you already do have because you can't play Spider-Man on them.
Yeah, but I
That's
play
right.
lots of games on my Switch, and I use my Xbox One X to play 4K Blu-rays, which I can't do on a PS4.
Just wait till the fucking next gen comes out.
So why don't I
'Cause you
just
know
do
that's gonna
that
be
and buy Spider-Man then when they do the re-release?
I doubt they're not gonna do a re-release.
Are you
There's just
sure?
this is the one and done.
Yeah,
You
because
might-
because it's not like we
That
just
won't
talked
come
about a
to Xbox either.
Spyro re-release 5 minutes ago.
I'm bluffing,
He's got a
Chris.
point. He's got a point.
I'm bluffing the whole time.
Look, if I had a PS4, I would buy Spider-Man immediately. I have come to the realization in the past few years, though, that as much as I would love to play games all the time like I used to when I was younger, I have moved to that stage of my life where I'm sadly more of a casual gamer, where if I get to pick up the controller a couple times a week, 2 or 3 times, that's a good week for me anymore. I don't get to play games as much as I like.
Wait a second. Bachman, you heard it. You heard it here. Chris said he's going to be getting day one a PS5.
Sure.
I guess I did kind of.
I
hear
guess
that.
I sort of said that might possibly happen, but no, I didn't actually.
It's I'll just wait for the next generation. It means he's going to get a PS5 because that game is not. It's not timed exclusive. It is exclusive
That's
to
fine.
the PS4.
I'm fine with
That is
that.
awesome.
It's great for people who have PlayStations. If I had one, like I said, I would be all over this game because it looks awesome. But I'm at that point in life where one game is not enough for me. Like, oh my god, I have to go buy that system now. I already
Now-
made my bed. I got to lie in it.
Now there would be something that would piss
Fair
me
enough.
off beyond, and that would make me probably get an Xbox One, whatever.
Anthem.
No, because that's coming out for PS4 too anyway. No,
then we won't be able
that
to
if they
play
announce
fucking Grid.
Ultimate Alliance 3 and it's an Xbox One exclusive. Oh, it'd be so sad.
Eh.
Oh, the Ultimate Alliance games were the best.
I did love them. And the X-Men Legends games before them were also fantastic.
See, do I still have it here? No, might have got stolen. I had X-Men 2. What was it? X-Men 2. What was the subtitle of that
X-Men
one?
Legends too?
X-Men Legends 2, and there was a subtitle.
I
Something
don't know.
Apocalypse. Something Apocalypse. That's what it was all about.
It was a great game. I still have it upstairs somewhere, but I don't think it's backwards compatible to the Xbox One. Might be to the 360 though.
Oh yeah, and a little side rant. I did because I do have my original Xbox because I can't say Xbox One. It's just fucking stupid. But I still have my original, or I have an original Xbox over there. And there's one game I wanted to buy for it because I mean I have it for the PS2, but I don't have a PS2. I thought it'd be cheaper just to look on Amazon or somewhere on the internet and buy this game. No, this game's a fucking $120 by itself for the original Xbox.
Yikes.
What?
Like, what the fuck? It's Test Drive, Evil Destruction, the best demolition derby game of all time.
I don't even remember it.
It came out for the PS2 and Xbox. No GameCube.
And all the ones online are $100 or more.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, well, it'd be cheaper for me just to buy a working PS2 then and a memory card.
Oh yeah, because you do need a memory card.
Yeah, it'd be cheaper for me to do that since I already have the game. So, I mean, for the
Why
PS2,
don't you
though.
sell the game for the PS2 and get it for the Xbox then?
Because I didn't look up how much it was for. Where the hell is that damn game? It's
It
somewhere.
got
over here.
stolen.
No, don't tell me that. Oh,
If it
that would
costs
hurt
that much on
so
the Xbox.
much.
Maybe there's people willing to pay a ton of money for it on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them older games had a small print run. Some of them are hard to find.
It was better for the PS2 though. I remember like the when your car's going around in the dirt and you're throwing dirt up behind you. Like it had like a green tint to it. It was like, what the hell's this? And because my buddy had it for his Xbox, when I come home to play it on mine, I'm like, there's no green tint to this fucking dirt. Maybe it's just the TV. I don't know.
Could have been the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how rare that game is or not, but like Willie said, there are some, and Anthony also, there's some really rare games out there. There's a YouTube channel I subscribe to where it's a guy that goes through like his game collection, other people's collections, and they start talking about some of the rare games out there. I'm like, I've never even heard of that. So if you guys want, this is a cheap plug, free plug, just because I like the channel, go check out Metal Jesus Rocks. It's actually
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah, Metal
I'm subscribed
Jesus'
to him.
channel is awesome. I really
Yeah,
do
I've been
enjoy it.
subscribed to him for a long time.
Yeah, me too. I've been subscribed for probably about a year or two at this point, but he comes upon some pretty cool gaming stuff.
And the music in that game too is spot on. Hell, there was a fucking Wii game I was trying to buy that is fucking
Hello Kitty?
expensive too. No, it's just an expensive test drive for the Xbox. It's Dokapon Kingdom. It's no, it's weird. It's like everything's chibi, but it pretty much plays like D&D, but the fighting style is of like rock paper scissors.
Interesting.
It's like an entire D&D campaign. that you can play with friends and everything. Like play like on kind of like a Mario Party type board. But it goes everywhere you can go. Oh my god, it is very in depth for what it is.
That is pretty cool. So, yeah, like we were saying, there's a bunch of those games out there. If you're lucky enough to have some of them, you can probably make some extra coin on the side if you no longer want to play them. Just talk to Willie. He'll take them. He wants to play those games. They're all what he wants. I promise.
Yeah, if you want, I'll write you out a check for him.
He'll write you a check.
No checks.
So while you're digging through your collections to find what games you might want to send to Willie's way, this is when we like to remind you that the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast is, in fact, part of a network of shows that you can find over at GonnaGeek.com. We've got 25 plus different shows on the network that cover a variety of things. You've got shows like ATGN where we cover geek culture in general and some broad news. You've got other things that are very specific that might talk about television programs like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Arrow. But there's just a ton of stuff, and we can't very well go through all 25 shows and talk about what's going on. But what we can do is give you a taste of what's going on one of these other shows and say, hey, you might want to go check this show out. So, Willie, what show are we giving them a taste of this week?
This week, I am talking about the Super Geeky Play Date, number 69, 69, 6999, live at NanoCon. We hosted a panel at NanoCon called How to Make a Bad Podcast, and we got a great turnout. Matty K returns. Back to you, Chris.
Well, I have another idea of how to make a bad podcast.
Didn't we already do that panel 2 years ago?
Well, I was going to say just sing your way through a network promotion piece, but hey, that'll work too. So like Willie was saying, you can go check that out over at GonnaGeek.com. And while you're there, feel free to check out any of the other awesome shows that make up the network.
Oh, some of that was improv too. The 69 part, I wouldn't plan on that. It just started coming out. It's like, oh, okay.
He's just
Well, these episodes, we need to talk about all 25 shows on the network. We'll just do one episode where that's all we do is just talk about the other shows.
That'd be tough to do because not everyone updates the promo read doc.
Hmm.
There were only 3 promo reads that weren't expired this morning.
In that case, we could say whatever we want about them.
So, hint, hint, if you're on the network listening to this, make sure you update the promo read doc so that we can promote your show.
Who are the 3 that are updated?
All right.
Well, I'm guessing Geeky Playdate.
Super Geeky Playdate. All Things Good and Nerdy because it doesn't expire until today. Better Podcasting because it doesn't expire until today. And then everything else is expired.
Hey, Digital Soup, get off your ass.
Whoa, shots fired.
What about the official GonnaGeek.com show?
Those lazy fucks.
It is
They don't
expired.
I know.
nothing.
It expired on the 5th of April, and today is April 8th. I mean, I could have gone over to the secondary tab, which is the generic promo reads for when there isn't a show-specific one.
Yeah, you could have.
But I don't like the generic ones as much.
Yeah. So what's up, Bill, buddy? What happened there?
I don't know. He's not in the chat room, so if you want,
he'll hear this.
Yeah, we are lacking in flip-top-headed Canadians today in the chat room.
Today's a tough day with a convention going on. I think C2E2 is one of the big ones, and we do
That's
have
true.
a fairly large Chicagoland contingent that does watch us.
And apparently NanoCon also happened too.
Yes, NanoCon happened, and then there's Heroes vs. Villains Fan Festival, and there's a couple other cons going on this weekend. It's actually a busy convention weekend, it seems like.
Yeah, it's the convention season is back in full swing. That's for sure.
I have been enjoying my Twitter, though, where I get to watch all the artists I follow on Twitter and Instagram share the stuff they're working on and go, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, Tressa Boland's killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Did you see the Hellboy she just posted on Twitter recently?
Oh, yeah. Her Hellboy is gorgeous. Yeah,
Hellboy
the
is
stuff
awesome.
she's doing up at C2E2 is fantastic.
Yeah. It really was. But, guys, looking at the time, we are going to start wrapping up the show. We do that with a little segment called What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you or who are watching live or listening at a later date just what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into so that maybe, just maybe, you'll want to check them out also. So, Anthony, kick us off. What have you been getting into?
I've been getting into all sorts of fun stuff. Since my buddy bought me Overwatch as a congratulations for finishing all my work on my Kickstarter and Pacifist, I was level 10. I finally got above level 25 so I can play in competitive matches. So then I did my 10 qualifying matches, and I've now been doing competitive play, at which I pretty much suck.
What rank are you at? Bronze, silver,
Well, I
gold,
don't know. Whatever it was 1800 is what I qualified for.
silver.
And then I got down to like 1500.
Are you underneath 1500?
I'm like 1585 or something.
I know 1000 to 1500 is bronze. I don't even know if there's anything below that. I don't know what could it be.
Yeah, I think I'm
15
still
to 20.
silver.
15 to 20 is gold, or no, silver. No, silver. Yeah. Then 20 to 25 is gold. Then it goes to platinum, then diamond.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near those kids. But yeah, I'm not in the bottom bracket, but I'm definitely, I'm in the lower end of the second bracket. So I'm like, okay, silver. I didn't do too bad. I won 4 of my 10 matches for placement. So not
I'm
awful.
so angry because twice, the first 2 seasons I played, I got up to my season high, the exact same number twice of 2488. That's my top I've gotten to.
Oh, shit.
I was
Just
right
22
there.
points
Just
away.
one more match. 12 points.
Yeah, I was 1858, I think was my placement originally. And so we lost a bunch like the first night I played competitive. And so I dropped 300 points in the ranking. So that sucked, but I don't care. I'm still just having fun.
If you see me on, send me a message. I will join up with you and we'll kick some ass.
I've also not seen you on since I got the game. So what?
I've been online, just been on YouTube.
Oh, see, that doesn't help me out at all. But yeah, I've been having fun actually playing some Overwatch and unlocking some stuff. So that's been good. It's been a nice stress relief, after the last couple of years of going nuts. And yeah, that's been good. I have, there's been some really good comics coming out, enjoying the hell out of Fantasy Comic League. And 2 of the best ones, the Go Down Swinging Part 2 has continued in the Amazing Spider-Man 798. It's the last Dan Slott storyline that he's doing for Spider-Man after writing Spider-Man for 15 years. And so he decided to do something crazy, and it's the start of the Red Goblin storyline, where Spider-Man had used nanites to make it to where Norman Osborn could no longer turn into the Green Goblin no matter what he did. He basically permanently cured him from his mental disease. And so Norman, being as batshit crazy as he is, decided to let the Carnage symbiote out and join with it to become a new creature, and he's now the Red Goblin. And it looks creepy as fuck. But this is the issue where you finally get to see the Red Goblin in 798.
I'm looking at that cover. Is Spider-Man pulling a girl fighting where he's pulling hair?
Well, he's grabbing the Goblin's helmet or his hat.
Hair.
Yeah,
pulling your hair.
It does look a little like he's pulling his hair. But yeah, it's a really great story, and Stuart Immonen's artwork is gorgeous. The Red Goblin is goddamn creepy looking, and it's gonna be a fun one that Dan Slott's going out on. And then we got our first glimpse of a Marvel future that's not a dystopia. X-Men Days of Future Past, Cable, Old Man Logan, Old Man Hawkeye. Like every time we jump into the future for Marvel, like it basically always sucks, right? Well, Tom Taylor decided to do a new jump in the future for all new Wolverine, and we have Old Woman Laura. And so we have Wolverine in a future, and it's not exactly what you'd expect, so I don't want to spoil anything, but it is a really cool look at the world, and so far it's just one issue, but they introduce a lot of futuristic changes to characters and some really cool upgraded tech and a fucked up version of Doom's Latveria. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, super fun book. I'm a little sad that apparently not old man Logan, but old school OG Logan is coming back. And so at some point, Laura is going to become X-23 again and not Wolverine. So it'll be weird to see what they do with that character. But yeah, Tom Taylor's All New Wolverine is one of the funnest books I've read in a long damn time. And then I had already pre-ordered the Spider-Man game, so I was super excited when they finally gave us a release date of, was it September 7th, I think? And so I was super stoked when I saw that. And then when I saw that they're actually doing the collector's edition, I'm actually just been watching Amazon for them to do their update. Because when they update, I think I'm going to change my standard edition to the collector's edition, which is an additional $100. So it's not like that crazy ass Assassin's Creed $300 one. But this one does come with all the digital, because there's a regular edition, digital edition, collector's edition. The collector's edition has all the same bonus pre-order stuff as the digital edition, but it also has a Spider-Man statue by Gentle Giant, which they've only partially revealed. It's Spider-Man is on top of something, and the bottom part is still covered, so they haven't revealed that. It comes with a version of the game in the steelbook case, and then it has a mini art book. And I think the mini art book for Shattered Dimension, I think was the last Spider-Man one I got, and it's gorgeous. So yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm going to update my probably update my pre-order to the collector's edition once it's available on Amazon. But yeah, I am so stoked for that Spider-Man game. As someone that spent, I think, over 80 hours on Web of Shadows, I have no problem just going into a Spider-Man sandbox game, putting in my headphones, and I will literally just go web swinging for like an hour. Like, it's just fucking fun when those games are made right. Like, they're just such a blast to just waste time in. So yeah, that's what I'm getting into. But yeah, I'm excited for Spider-Man. Spider-Man,
great. It looks great.
Web swinging in this game, Spider-Man 2, the movie game, for the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube.
Was that the first one where the web swing was really good?
Yes.
Yeah.
The web swing was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So I'll go next and we'll let Willie wrap things up as we close things out. What I've been getting into is I was relatively busy with work and stuff. Relatively busy with work and stuff this week, but this weekend I've been getting caught up on television. I am all caught up on Legends tomorrow in time for the season finale tomorrow. Really good season. It's probably the best of the superhero shows on TV right now.
So you finally got to see a Death Canary?
A Death Canary, and also my favorite guest starring John Noble, where they bring him in to be him, the actual actor on the set of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
It was
that part was hilarious. I got to meet John Noble.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Ray. I love Ray. Brandon Routh is so perfect for that role.
So I got caught up with a bunch of that stuff. Yesterday, I was playing Kirby Star Allies. I'm down to the last world on it. It's a short game. There's only like 4 or 5 worlds in the game. So I've been burning through it pretty quick. So I'll probably turn around and sell it used somewhere and buy something else with it when it's all said and done. But it's fun. It's fun. It's just a real quick playthrough. I do like the fact that you can play 4-player co-op on it. I've only done 2-player co-op at this point. I don't know that I'd want to play with the Joy-Cons on their sides. It would not be fun. It's not the most comfortable to hold. Other stuff I'm getting into... I picked up for the Switch yesterday off of their digital store Oxenfree because it was down to $4.99 and everyone said it's a really good game and I had some credit left to burn, so I will probably play that there. It's part of Nintendo's ongoing quest to put a bunch of indie games out on the Switch and keep people to play them, so it's worked out fairly well. Last thing yesterday was on Netflix. Saw that there was a Seth Rogen special that was on there. It was the Hilarity for Charity special that he's been doing for a few years now for Alzheimer's research. Well, Netflix put it on there streaming-wise. It was pretty fun. They had a lot of comedians that guest hosted on there. They had the Muppets on there. It's a good hour and 20 minutes that you can watch and have some laughs and donate to a good cause if you so choose to afterwards.
And the best part about it is all the people in the audience, they don't remember these jokes, so they can laugh all new again at it.
And there is a Justin Roiland.
Did he hotbox the theater?
No, the Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was trying to gloss past it. And
I didn't catch that part.
If you're a Rick and Morty fan, Justin Roiland does do like a 3-minute animated short that is not Rick and Morty, but is Rick and Morty-esque. And it is kind of disgusting and gross, but also hilarious at the same time. So that's on the Hilarity for Charity video that you can catch streaming on Netflix now. But that's what I've been getting into. Willie, wrap us up. What have you been getting into?
I do remember last week you guys say I was completely wrong about something when something did kind of come out. I wasn't 100% wrong, but the was it the Bush World Adventures?
Yes.
Yeah. That happened.
It's garbage, though.
It's
hot
it is garbage. I couldn't finish it.
I watched 3 minutes of it and said, no, the hell with this, and turned on something else.
I got 7 minutes into it.
Oh, it's hot garbage.
Yeah, I can see it's something like, if you're really, really gnawing for some more Rick and Morty.
But it doesn't. It's not Rick and Morty. They just play with the trope of looking like it.
Yeah. But what I've been getting into is I teased this a bit. I told you I was gonna mention some of this into what I'm into. So my music selection. If you have Spotify and you want to see what kind of music I'm into, I have my Mo Mix. This is when I go mow at my parents' house. This is what I listen to. This whole big playlist. It's like over probably 100 and something songs, 120, 30, 40 songs on it. Here goes some ones I just started adding in. Thank you also for Spotify for recommending one, probably my favorite band as of right now. And all they do is covers in like a punk fashion. It's Me First and the Gimme Gimmes.
You never heard of Me First and the Gimme Gimmes before?
No, never.
Nice. That's a good find. Yeah, because back in the 90s I found them. There's some good shit in there.
Oh my god, yes. And what the first one I heard was Country Roads, and I don't even want to know how many times I clicked on that to play over and over and over and over again. But then I just recently added in their Jolene. Oh, that was a good one.
Nice.
Walk Through the Fire from the Buffy music episode.
That's a good track. Rest in Peace is also really good.
Oh yeah, that's already been on my list. That's way up on there. And then The Internet is for Porn, which is apparently from a Broadway show called Q Avenue. I've never heard of it.
That was the one with the puppets. It looked like Sesame Street, but it was adult themed.
Yeah, so The Internet is for Porn. That's a song from there. That was under my Discover Weekly.
I think Nakia sung something close to that at one point, or made her own version of it.
Yeah.
And then Garfunkel and Oates. I definitely tease this. Go-kart racing.
Yes.
Go-kart racing was a great song. Accidentally masturbating.
So Willie, are you sharing your playlists on Spotify so people can
I think you can search for it, just called Momix by Willie Nelson. So that's me.
I did figure out you can share Google Play playlists as well. So if you have Google Music, maybe I'll put some stuff out there for folks. It's all the same thing, basically. Spotify, Google Music, Apple Music, Tidal.
I'll take it back. I'll only put the jizz back in the imaginary dick. Just shove it in there.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, in all honesty, all these music streaming services are pretty much the same thing. I had the Amazon one at one point in time. The main reason I've stuck to the Google one is because I hate commercials on YouTube, and it gets rid of YouTube commercials for me.
And you know there's such thing as retrograde ejaculation, right?
I did not.
No, I don't want to know.
Oh no, that's not bad. It's just pretty much you go through all the feelings and the muscle spasms still do the same, just no ejaculate comes out. So actually it sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's probably what happens if you get a little snip done.
No, because even if you get a vasectomy, you still have stuff come out.
Yeah.
There's just no sperm in it.
Back to dick talk.
Get back to dick.
It never fails. We almost always go back to dick talk.
And let me see. Also, I started downloading it last night, and I'm going to. So, Bachman, if you see me on tonight, send me a message through the PlayStation or through Hangouts, or I don't know if you have my number. Text me. I'll jump off this game for you to jump on Overwatch. But I started downloading Far Cry 5.
It's good.
I know. I've been wanting to play it, and I'll just play it through like the first little tutorial because you can download like I think half of it, and you can play through like the little island part, and it'll stop you saying, "Well, you have to wait for the rest of it to get downloaded." And I had like 3 hours to download when I started this cast.
Damn.
Yeah. So
I've heard people been liking it.
So it's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. Gonna take out the Westboro Baptist. I mean this religious. Yeah, this religious cult. Yeah, it's the Westboro Baptist Church.
It sure seems like that, doesn't it? Yeah,
wait,
I've heard good things on Far Cry 5. Yeah. So as you play it, Willie, I'm curious to hear your impressions of it.
Oh, yeah, hopefully when I was playing that. But I then also been getting some movies. Some really good. Tuesday I went and picked up Insidious: The Last Key. Those movies are just continuously good. They're just all good movies. All the Insidiouses. No one has.
I haven't seen them.
Any of them?
Nope.
Wow. And Bachman, you didn't like them?
I watched the first one. It was all right. I'm not a fan of that genre of films because basically the same company that made the Scream movies then went on to make Paranormal Activity and the Insidious films, and like they would rather throw money at Paranormal Activity because it costs nothing to make those shit films, and people still go and see them. And so, like, they changed their marketing production to just make everything as cheap as possible. But yeah, like the first Insidious, I really liked. It was really well done.
I would say watch what give it the next ones a try because I really want to go back and buy the first three. Hopefully, there's like some kind of box or something you can buy the first three in. Because
I'll probably find a Walmart box of $5 for all of them at some point.
Because the third and the last one are both prequels with the woman psychic.
Oh,
AKA,
nice.
AKA the mom from Detroit Rock City.
I think I'm not sure. It might be the same company. I think it's Blumhouse.
I think it is.
The prequel I'm looking forward to is The First Purge.
Oh yeah, that looks. I remember seeing the poster for it, and since I already have the first three in the collection, I'm ready for it. And then I got a couple samurai movies, as you do. Was it Blade? Blade of the Immortal? Yeah, we watched it. That one's pretty good. I enjoyed it a whole lot. And then one that's based on an anime, Rurouni Kenshin. There's
Blade
three
of
of
the
those movies.
Blade of the Immortal was also a manga.
Oh, it was too?
Yeah, it was a comic.
I know this one was like a really famous one. They made 3 movies on this one, and I only have the first one. All 3 were at Best Buy, but I was like, let me get the first one just to see. This one was excellent. You see a motherfucker grab 2 people from behind, just wrap his arms, and then German suplex both of them at the same damn time.
Nice, a German double, huh?
Oh my god, it was excellent. And the main guy, he his whole thing, he has a reverse blade where the sharp part of the blade's on the inside because he doesn't want to kill anymore. He's done with killing.
Oh, so like he's hitting people with the flat part of the blade?
Oh, so he'll fucking knock some shit out of you really easily.
He could just use a boken. He doesn't have to use a blade.
Well, that's the whole idea behind it. And then I also got another one that I haven't actually watched yet. Brotherhood of the Blade 2, because I saw there was like I'm interested in samurai movies now, so I'll go ahead and pick this up and I'll find the first one somewhere else before I watch this one. Now I started reading the back. It's like, oh wait, I don't have to do that because this is a prequel. It says so I could just watch this one first.
Have you watched the old school Fujikawa Seven Samurai?
The old one, no. I know of it.
Oh, yeah, dude. If you start getting a samurai film, go watch that one. It is the movie. Like it is so fucking good.
I always find it hilarious that people like westerns and stuff that like when you tell them like, the Magnificent Seven is a remake of a Japanese movie about samurai.
Somebody complained about the new Magnificent Seven. How dare they remake that movie? That first one was a remake, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
And I enjoyed the Magnificent Seven, the remake.
It wasn't bad.
It was a good one. All those, oh man,
Kingpin was great in it. Yeah.
Oh
Kingpin
yeah,
was great in it.
Oh my god, it's my favorite. Oh.
Giant bear, motherfucker.
Yeah. But
and Pratt was funny in it too. He was pretty good as a gangster ass cowboy.
Oh yeah, but I think that's all I got for that. Oh, my arm, my muscle.
Oh, and since Willie was speaking of movies, congratulations to Black Panther is now the number 3 domestic film of all time. It passed motherfucking Titanic, people. It passed a movie that was released in theaters twice. It fucking James Cameron cheated, and Black Panther still made more money.
Is that really cheating?
Yes, because the box office goes by domestic release. If
James Cameron doesn't say you have to,
if you re-release the same movie twice, that's cheating.
James Cameron doesn't say, "Hey, you have to count the re-release in the box office when you count all of it up." He didn't say that.
No, but he still cheated and put it out twice. So yeah,
that's not his fault.
Still, Black Panther passed Titanic. That is fucking amazing.
And just because I was really curious and I kind of wanted, because I never owned it, I've only seen it like twice and I don't remember any of them. I got Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie.
The original?
Oh, nice.
Yep.
With an uncredited Ben Affleck in the basketball scene.
Oh, man. That movie it's special. It did not age well.
It is the best Paul Rubens performance ever.
Yes. Yeah. I haven't rewatched it yet. That's the only thing I remember. Like,
dying from a ruler for like 10 minutes. It's fucking amazing.
What is going on here?
Yeah, that movie, it did not age great, guys. It really didn't, but it's still fun.
I love it.
I mean,
what happened the last time you messed with me, Lefty?
It has Luke Perry in. I mean, how is it going to age well?
Wasn't it on sale just this last week on Slick Deals or something? I thought I saw it up there for like $8.
I don't know. I was surprised. I found it at Best Buy. I was like, holy shit.
If you want a real good movie that I saw was on sale, Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker is on sale for like $6 or $7 on Blu-ray.
I don't need to own that.
That's a good one.
It's a really
good one, but I don't need to own it.
I'm pretty sure I already own it.
I'm not gonna rewatch it ever. Probably. I'll probably buy it. Like I have it. No, that's it.
That's fair. Well, I guess that is going to wrap us up then. Willie's getting
No,
into the
it's
samurai
not.
movies. Send him some
I told you it's
suggestions.
not.
What?
I told you it's not going to wrap me up.
Willie will not wrap up. I did remember one more thing. If you want to watch WrestleMania for free, WWE Network's doing their free month promo again. So if you sign up for the network, you get the network free for a month, which means you get to watch WrestleMania today for free.
Isn't WrestleMania supposed to be a 7-hour show?
It's
What?
5 hours this time,
What?
and it's going to include the first in-ring appearance of Ronda Rousey as a professional wrestler. And I'm fucking excited because it's Team Olympic medals versus the McMahon family, because this motherfucking Ronda and Kurt Angle are taking on Stephanie and Triple H. Like, I would watch the whole thing just for that match. Like, it's
there
gonna be
was
so entertaining.
Oh my god, there was an interview with Ronda Rousey where she just so confused by the question she got
Yeah, I
angry
saw
at.
No, that bullshit. She was not confused. He asked her if she could time travel. That
No,
was a
he did.
shitty,
No. I listened
That
to
was
it.
a
He never
shitty
asked
interview, and he asked a dumb fucking
that.
question.
No, he said,
"Could you go back in time and fight again?" And she
No,
said,
no,
"Do you
no,
think
no,
I
no,
can
no,
time
no.
travel?"
no, he did that verbatim, close as verbatim as I can. He said, in time, could you see yourself going back to fighting?
That is not. He said, "Can you go back in time?" He literally asked her if she had the ability to time travel. He is a shitty interviewer, and that was a stupid fucking question.
I don't think he asked that.
I did.
I
I
listened
watched
to
that video 3 times because I wanted to hear exactly what he said. He asked her if she could time travel. That dude is a fucking moron.
Now,
And the
but hold on a second.
And
Now,
the clickbait
hold
thing
on.
saying that she's stupid and doesn't understand the question is
I didn't see any
ridiculous.
of that. I just saw the radio station was doing this, so they didn't have the whole clickbaity title to it. They were just telling. But you can be like, wait a second, what are you trying to ask? Instead of saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can ask, like, can you clarify that question? I think you mean one thing, but I don't think you mean it like that. You don't have to be a
he's
dick
an
right
idiot.
back instantly.
So, to hell with that dude. He's a fucking moron who asked a
You
stupid
didn't
question.
ask that. You're wrong, Bachman.
Go fucking listen to it again.
I will.
Well, so if you're going to
maybe.
watch WrestleMania tonight, I hope you all enjoy. If you want to follow along on Twitter where some folks will be providing commentary, go check out Matt Men Podcast from GFQ Network. They have a pretty good podcast, one that I enjoy when I'm actually on a wrestling kick, that I'll follow along with their live commentaries on Twitter or watch their live streams after the fact for what they've been saying. So it's a good place to follow along on Twitter for the WrestleMania developments. I'm not spending 5 hours watching WrestleMania tonight. I don't care that much anymore.
I'll wait for it to start, and then I'll do the catch-up and speed through a little bit. But yeah, it was worth it for watching NXT last night. They started with a ladder match, and they introduced Ricochet, who, if you watched Lucha Underground, was known there as Prince Puma. So he has now made it up to the NXT level, which means more than likely he'll be in WWE really fucking quick. Because the kid that is Ricochet, Prince Puma, the 3 other fucking wrestling names, he's probably the most gifted athlete in wrestling since Shawn Michaels. Like, he is insanely talented.
And I do want to do some damage control right quick for what I said earlier. When I said
About checks.
About girthy?
Oh, no. I stand by those. When I said earlier, it looks like he's fighting like a girl. I want to specify this. Like most videos, when you look up girl fight, they go instantly to hair pulling and they latch on.
You weren't referring to Ronda Rousey?
No, I like professional fighters. They know what the fuck to do. But when you do like the majority of when you just look up girl fights, like just like when you look at like amateur like guys, like not amateur, but like guys just fighting on like street, like they're just throwing wide roundhouses for nothing. Like it's candy. Like, you get this and this,
Yeah, they throw haymakers. Most untrained people throw haymakers.
Yeah, so when I said the girl fight, when you look, that's what I meant. Like the most, that's what they go for. And I tell people, if someone grabs your hair like that, you just punch them right in the armpit. Try and punch like in the front of the armpit right there, right? Because there's a nerve right there.
Hey, if you're trying to win a fight, Bruce Lee said it: eyes, throat, groin. It's not about looking good. Fucking hurt them and get away.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's a girl, I mean, the groin.
Eyes, throat, groin. Still fucking
not
hurts.
As much.
Still fucking hurts.
I didn't.
The box don't feel good.
I didn't disagree. I said it's not going to do as much damage.
And I say kick him in the box.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
All right,
Sorry,
then.
Chris. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Yeah, on that note, we're going to head on out of here. Don't forget, we stream live every Sunday, live 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over on Geeks.live, the streaming home of the Gonna Geek Network. We also are syndicated, we're rebroadcasting rather, on Twitch, Mixer, a few other places. That all blurs together. But if you want to catch it, the best way to do it is head on over to Geeks.live. There is a ton of live content over on that site today. At 1 p.m. Eastern, as we record this, will be Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D., recapping the latest episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 6 p.m. Eastern, the Starling Tribune, recapping the latest episode of Arrow. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern, Pop Xcast. So yes, there are a boatload of shows on today. And then, of course, feel free to come back on tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time-ish for the GonnaGeek.com show. I want to say it's 8:45, but I probably screwed it up. Regardless, come on over to Geeks.live, watch some cool stuff. And I think that is going to wrap us up, unless you guys have any final thoughts for us.
I do, but Bachman, do you have anything? I don't
No.
want to be rude.
I'm good.
There must be a God, because I never wrap it up and I'm still clean and I don't have any kids. So it's either one of two things. Either there is a God or my dick is an instrument of God.
Oh, dear Lord. On that note, we're out of here. I'm sorry about the final talk on Willie's dick. Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek radio app, and over at our network home at GonnaGeek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@GonnaGeek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at Incompetech.com.